in the extractions of precious metals from e-waste. E-stewardships also make sure that the chemical byproducts and plastics are properly processed and make their way to a final processing destination to be recycled and reused as consumer goods. Here's a question. Do you recycle your e-waste or do you refuse?
What is the opposite side of the argument? People on the opposite side of the argument believe recycling services do not properly recycle e-waste. Those that do not believe e-waste is an issue just dump their old electronics in landfills, further contributing to pollution in the environment. Why is this wrong? It is wrong to dump e-waste into landfills because it pollutes the environment. E-waste should be dropped off at an e-stewards facility because they properly dispose of e-waste. Not all companies follow this same procedure. E-stewards are doing their part to keep e-waste out of landfills.
The following are some of the reasons why the easiest way to dispose of the e-waste has a negative impact for all. 1. Dumping e-waste wherever possible, such as regular garbage dumpsters and the side of the road, can seem little and simple, but harmful chemicals associated with e-waste such as lead, mercury, and cadmium can escape over time once the e-waste begins decomposing. 2. These clandestine dump sites can become play destinations for youngsters who live nearby, whose developing bodies then become exposed to harmful chemicals that are being expelled by the decomposing e-waste. 3. Purchasing new electronics merely to replace older electronics sounds easy. Most of these electronics, though, possess rare metals that have the potential to be refurbished and reused. But if they are simply replaced and disposed of, then they end up in landfills where they are handled irresponsibly. Additionally, the chemicals they discharge can reach the groundwater of surrounding communities and eventually contaminate water with a flood of neurotoxins. 4. When e-waste is actually recycled, people tend to think facilities that claim to recycle properly do their job professionally, while some locations are closer than others. It is not the case when most of the e-waste recycling companies export the e-waste to other countries like China and Nigeria to bypass responsibility for that e-waste. So what inhibits people from choosing to recycle e-waste responsibly? Well, let's have a look. 1. Many think it is a waste of time, not worth their while, and it does not benefit them individually. So the practice of recycling e-waste becomes unimportant and deprioritized from their list of options. 2. Some of these electronic devices are hard to tear apart, so the individual thinks that there truly is no sense in recycling them. But here's some evidence I collected from an article titled "The Top Barriers to E-Waste," which states that 20 to 50 million metric tons of electronic waste are being disposed of globally every year. Now, one would hope that critical thinkers and responsible citizens would stop and have a second thought about dumping their classic iPod or similar devices of such in the garbage next time. 3. Most of the time, it is the lack of knowledge that impacts the choices individuals make. Some may not even know the numbers and evidence I stated briefly and may choose differently. 4. Others may be unwilling to recycle at all, or may not recycle, because there are plenty of unreliable collection services out there, or they may not know of any resources of responsible e-waste recycling that are in close proximity. Additionally, others may not even know what to recycle or with what to recycle. It is the utmost hope that bringing awareness to the issue will motivate citizens to recycle e-waste responsibly, as there are many more reasons why recycling e-waste responsibly would be the best choice. Recycling e-waste in a responsible manner needs to start somewhere, and if no one initiates the changed mindset, then no others will feel inspired to push the action forward. So let us pursue the silver lining.
Are you keeping old electronics as possessions because you are scared to dispose of them with the risk of allowing your personal data vulnerable to hackers? Do you feel that you want to make a change in e-waste disposals, but you have some concerns and you're not quite sure how to proceed? Well, all of your fears and confusion stop here, because with a company performing the proper and responsible e-waste stewardship guidelines, all your electronics will be protected. With such a company in charge, all of the devices can be refurbished and reused. Then they are separated and rebuilt to resell. All of the toxic waste normally thrown around at a local junkyard does not result in junkyard disposals with a responsible e-waste company. Such companies perform multiple layers of disassembly with each device in part. Responsible e-waste stewardship companies focus on protecting individuals' information properly and in protecting the community. The same is definitely not the case for other waste facilities on the market. If you want to help make improvements to this never-ending cycle of harmful e-waste and improper disposal, then make a change today and search for companies who demonstrate responsible e-waste stewardship. Do your part to help save this planet one electronic device at a time. This is our world that we share. Let's all do our small parts to help a huge world by taking all of our old electronics to a stewardship recycling company today. This video was brought to you by the Beta Landamu chapter of Phi Theta Kappa at Lone Star College Cypher. Thank you for watching.